Chase the wind and touch the sky. A star's light shines on long after it dies. Oh, in the night, I live every day as if it's your last. Our memories been bright like beacons of the past. Oh, in the night, now we race against the sun. Now we race against the now we race against the sun. Now we race against the sun. Now we race against the sun. Race against the sun. Now we race against the sun. Now we race against the sun. Now we race against the sun. Ooh.
but I just gotta know one thing. Are you ready? No! I said, are you ready?
Hello everybody and welcome to Stream 2 here in Super Saturday of Week 10 of the SSBL. I am Chicken Sandwich and we're coming to you live once again at Lafayette Field. The third game held here today. Third of four. We'll have another Dragons home game in game number 3 as they face off against the Knights. Let me do some keeping here on the sidebar. But for the meantime, we are having the Sparrows face off against the High Rollers. High Rollers tied for the division lead in that Epic Phenoms race. 8-4 are all three top teams, as Mary Stone has a leadoff single to start us off. Okay, that's all the right zeros. Now let's get all the right teams. Game 1 away is the High Rollers. Runner is going and Stone is going to get caught in a rundown. And she finally gets tagged by Jiri Magana. Mythic and Angels. This is a high fly ball into center field, and that one is gone. Wally Wooly puts the High Rollers on top. No messing around for him. Dead center field, 411 feet. And it's 1-0 High Rollers. This game also features the return of Blind Ollie from injury. So a big return offensively for the High Rollers. Game 2 away. Dribbler up the middle to short. That is Vegas in time for round number 2.
The second baseman, number 4.
And that is Vegas diving stop. The throw is not going to be in time. Becky Foe reaches on an infield single. Good try there by Vegas, but just couldn't quite get the throw off in time. Runner aboard, 2 outs now. Windswept Enriquez Tints facing off against Blind Ollie, his first at-bat in a handful of weeks. He's been on the injured list for a while. And he puts one into center field. Tracking that one is Larsonian. It'll make the catch for round number 3. But Wally Wooly with the solo shot makes an early 1-0 High Rollers lead. Game 3 is Knights and Dragons. To short, Wooly is there. The throw is in time for round number 1. I'll eventually read you stats as soon as I fix everything. And game number 4 is Moonshots Gauchos. Popped up. left side of the infield. Easy play for Blind Ollie. He makes the catch for out number 2. There we go. Everything's fixed now. We are locked and loaded. 2 outs here for the Sparrows. Yes, Donut Boy, he did homer. Popped up into center field. Easy play for Rocket Rodriguez. He is under it and makes the catch for round number 3. A 1-2-3 inning for the High Rollers and Austin Floston. To the top of the second we go. It's 1-0.
The designated hitter, number 10.
Grounded to second. Hendricks is there in time for round number 1. Let's see, the second time these two teams have played. The first time was just not that long ago. The High Rollers held off the Sparrows 3-0. High Rollers winners of 6 out of their last 7. Their lone loss coming to the Unicorns. Impressive run for the High Rollers in title defense. 2 away now here for G. Baby Evans. On the mound, windswept Enriquez. Not the greatest of years on the resume for her. 14 earned runs through 14 innings pitched. A 9 ERA. As the count gets full there. 10 strikeouts to 5 walks. Pretty impressive despite having K-Dud to deal with. And a 2 flat whip. Battling here with G Baby. And he gets rung up there. A 0 up on the board defensively for the Sparrows, and they'll pick up the bats 4, 5, 6 to up here in the bottom of the second. Austin Floston, on the other hand, having a pretty good season. 8 earned runs through 18 2/3 innings pitched. 13 strikeouts to 4 walks given up. 3 home runs, 17 hits, a 3.86 ERA, and a 1.125 whip as Jerry Magana goes down swinging. Both starting pitchers now with a strikeout to their name. Adelina Strickland up to the plate. Fouls that one off. 0-2 already. And strike 3 in there. Strickland's caught looking. And here is Spritz Seltzer. Sparrows held to only 4 hits just in the very last game, facing off against the Unicorns, against the Dolan Colon. But that will continue the inning. That's a base hit for Spritz Seltzer. Sparrows an unlucky draw here as they drew back-to-back aces in back-to-back games. This one is, off the glove of Becky Foe, and that will trickle into the outfield. Evans recovers it nicely, preventing the runner trying to go first to third, but back-to-back hits for the Sparrows. They've got 2 aboard with 2 outs, and here is Spud Vegas. And this one's into left, tracking that one is Mary Stone, and it falls in front of her. Runner's going around third, head for home, and the runner will score, and the Sparrows have tied things up here. 1-1, an RBI single for Vegas. And it's now Madeline Dixon at the plate, still 2 on 2 out. And now a 1-1 ball game. A slow grounder to Foe, a much easier play for her. She covers to max range in time for out number 3, but not before the Sparrows tie it at 1 apiece going into the top of the third. Rocket Rodriguez will lead things off for the High Rollers. Not only teams going back-to-back, we have 3 teams with doubleheaders. The Sparrows, Dragons I mentioned, and the Moonshots. So lots of teams pulling double duty today. As Rodriguez hits one into center field with a leadoff single. That brings up Mary Stone. She singled, but then got caught stealing. Would have been a 2-run home run for Woolley if she was not caught stealing. The runner is going to be safe. A successful stolen base this time. Enriquez behind 3-0. Finds his own there on the slider, 3-1. Grounder to second. Vegas goes to first for the out. Out number 1 recorded, but Rodriguez advances to third. And here's the home run hitter, Wally Woolley. A chance for the High Rollers to retake the lead here on the base hit, or even if he can put this ball into play. 2-1 the count. Ooh, swing and a miss there. 2-2. Hit activated for Enriquez. Oh, strike 3 called! Froze Woolley in 2 away now here for Max Range. And Max Range, coming off the game of his career pretty much, had the 3 home run game against the Gauchos. Basically willed the High Rollers to that victory. Hard hit ball to Vegas. He dives for it. The throw is not going to be in time, and that's going to be a RBI single for Range, and Enrique gives the High Rollers the lead. A couple of those awkward base hits, infield singles for the High Rollers. Popped up. This will be in foul territory. Jerry Magana makes the catch for round number 3, but the High Rollers regain the lead thanks to Max Range. 2-0 going in, 2-1 going into the bottom of the third. Top of the order do it for the Sparrows. So Floston giving up 3 hits so far in this one. Vegas, Seltzer, and Larsonian. This one into right. Tracking that one is Evans. He's in front of the track for out number 1. Hard ball, but foul here by California. 1-1. Strike 2. Swing and a miss. Floston rings her up there. His third of the day brings up Cameron Kahn. Cameron Kahn not having the greatest of seasons. A 189 batter. 7 for 37 this season. Did have a base hit against the Unicorns, but not too much to write home about this year. Only 1 home run, 4 RBIs, 10 strikeouts to 1 walk, and put another one up on the board. Floston ends with the pair of strikeouts, keeps the 2-1 lead going to the top of the 4th. Ollie, Tinda, and Beltran do up for the High Rollers. Enriquez still on the mound here, starting the 4th. Blind Ollie, first pitch swing, he puts this one into right center. Tracking that one is Strickland, and she makes the catch on the track for out number 1. Brings up Chicken Tinda. Not a great rookie campaign for Tinda. 7 for 44 in the season. A 159 average. 11 strikeouts to 6 walks. Only 1 RBI to his name. No home runs. Only 2 runs scored. Rounded to short. Easy play for Vegas for round number 2. And that will bring up Carlita Beltran. Beltran, 12 for 42, a 286 average. 3 home runs, 5 RBIs, 11 strikeouts to 2 walks, and 7 runs scored. 3-1 count to Beltran. And she pops this one up a mile high, just trickles into the outfield. It will be Vegas there to make the catch for round number 3, and the side is retired. A 1-2-3 inning for Enriquez sends us to the bottom of the 4th. Heart of the order do it for the Sparrows, trailing 2-1 here. Floston neutral, starting off the 4th inning. 3 hits, an earned run, 4 strikeouts. Close to 40 pitches here. 2-0 to Jerry Magana. Fouled back. Oh, that one finds the corner of the zone, 2-2. Swing and a miss! 3 straight strikeouts for Floston. He's up to 5 so far in the game. Adelina Strickland up to the plate. 11 for 45 on the season. Did have a hit against the Unicorns. 244 on the season, average-wise. 2 home runs, 2 RBIs, 17 strikeouts, and put up another one. That's 6 straight strikeouts for Floston. He is cruising now to locked in. He is. That's not right. 6 strikeouts on the day. I believe 4 in a row. This one over the head of Wally Woolley. A 2-out single for the Sparrows to continue the bottom of the 4th. Mojo back down for Floston. And it's the bottom of the order doing it again. Britt Seltzer. His 2nd hit of the day brings up Lynn Larsonian. This one's up the middle, and Larsonian with his 2nd base hit of the game. Puts 2 on and 2 out again for the Sparrows. And here's Spud Vegas. Very similar opportunity for him again. Can he knock in a run for the Sparrows, trying to tie this ball game up? Takes a first pitch strike high in the zone on the fastball. Swing and a miss there. 0-2 the count now. That one just misses. 1-2 the count. That one's low. 2-2. Dribbler back to the mound. Floston handles it. 2 range in time for out number 3. The Sparrows leave a pair stranded, and we go to the top of the 5th inning. Still in a 2-1 ball game. 8-9-1. Do it for the High Rollers. Jarius G. Baby Evans to the plate. 11 for 38 on the season. A 289 average. Has smacked 4 home runs this season for 9 RBIs. But an interesting statistic, 14 strikeouts and no walks drawn. I'd be interested to see with this patch, like what kind of correlation you see in a strikeout to walk drawn ratio, like in context, what that does. Grounder to third, Cameron Kahn, the throw in time for round number 1.
The center fielder, number 37.
And here is Rocket Rodriguez. 1-1 the count. Fouled back, 1-2. Haydad activated for Enriquez. And this one's a high fly ball in the right center at the wall, and it's gone! Rocket Rodriguez makes it a 3-1 ball game. Just over the wall in right center, 390 feet. And the High Rollers double their lead.
Number 14, foul pitching.
And that will do it for Enriquez. In comes Jericho McKinney. Swing and a miss. McKinney rings up the first batter he faces. And that brings up Wally Woolley. So the High Rollers getting the job done today via the long ball. 2 solo shots today. And that infield RBI single from Max Range, their offense so far in this one. 1-2 the count to Wally Woolley. Oh, that one just misses the zone. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Woolley down on strikes for the second time today. McKinney gets them out of the inning, but not before the High Rollers push it 3-1 as we go to the bottom of the 5th. 9-1-2 due up for the Sparrows. Madeline Dixon at the plate. First pitch strike. Austin Floston locked in. 6 strikeouts today as that one's up the middle. Dixon with a leadoff single. That'll turn over the lineup back to August Hendricks. 0 for 2 so far today. Hendricks 12 for 46 on the season, a 261 average, 2 home runs, 4 RBIs, 14 strikeouts to 3 walks. And that one's a grounder to Woolley. He dives for it, flips it to Foe for 1. Foe to first, not in time. Too slow of a developing play to get the Dragon special, but they do get the lead runner. 1 on, 1 out now for California. Ugly swing and a miss there. Again, 1-2 now the count. Fouls that one off. Popped up, mile high into a shade into left center. No problem for Rocket Rodriguez for out number 2. And here is Cameron Kahn. Another pop-up into center field. Rocket Rodriguez is ready for it and makes the catch for round number 3. And the side is retired. The leadoff single from Dixon is spoiled, and we head to the top of the 6th. Still 3-1 in favor of the High Rollers.
Number 89.
Jericho McKinley still on the mound. Didn't do great against the Unicorns, but has had a pretty good season in his rookie debut, but that one's up the middle. I've jinxed this guy twice tonight, so I may not read his stats just for the sake of his career.
Baseman, number 4.
Range with his second base hit of the game. Becky Foe 1 for 2 on the day. Foe hitting 16 for 49, a 327 average for her. Only one home run of the season. Full count to her here. Fouls that one off. Broken bat swing of that one's a slow roller. Magana can't recover in time. The first baseman went and got it, but no one covered first, and Foe is aboard. So another awkward infield single for the High Rollers, and they're in business here in the top of the 6-2 on nobody out. Some defensive miscues from the Sparrows today, kind of lingering and hurting them here. And Blind Ollie puts this one into right center. That one is, oh, it's gone! Blind Ollie literally off the top of the wall and over. A 3-run shot, and that puts the High Rollers up 6-1. I once again jinxed Jericho McKinley in the worst way possible. An absolute missile there by Blind Ollie. Grounded to Magana. He will cover this one in time for round number 1.
Number 36.
Another grounder to Magana. Oh, but he muffs it. But gets it to McKinley in time for round number 2.
The right fielder, number 1.
This one is foul. And another grounder to Magana. Magana fielding all 3 of those cleanly, stepping on the bag. A 3-run shot from the returning Blind Ollie makes it a 6-1 High Rollers lead.
The first baseman, number 12.
Boston on the mound to start the bottom of the 6th, still locked in. Hasn't really given up much in this one, only 1 earned to his name here through 5. And he rings up the first batter, his 7th strikeout of the game.
The right fielder,
Magana down on the strikeout, brings up Adelina Strickland. But Strickland up the middle, she's got a base hit.
the left fielder, number
2. 0-2 now to Spritz Seltzer after fouling off a pair. Seltzer 2 for 2 today. Or in this game, I should say, was hitless in the game against the Unicorns. This one's up the middle, and under the glove of Becky Foe, make it 3 for 3 for Spritz Seltzer. And the Sparrows trying to put something together here in the home half of the 6th. And it's the bottom of the order doing things again here. Larsonian also 2 for 2. Swings through the first pitch from Floston. Pops this one up, foul territory. Blind Ollie is under it. Should be an easy play for him, 2 away. And that will bring up Spud Vegas. RBI single to his name so far today. 2 on, a chance for the Sparrows to close the deficit here. Fouls off the first pitch. That one misses. Ooh, swings through that one. 1-2 the count. This one into the dugout. That one fouled back, still a 1-2 count. This one into the gap. Chasing it is Rocket Rodriguez. Oh, Rocket Rodriguez! The speed on Rodriguez, that was an easy gapper, but Rodriguez closing on that one perfectly. Steals one from the Sparrows, saves probably 2 runs at very least. That's what happens when you have speed in center field. Rocket Rodriguez made that one look easy, but he gets struck out there. Easy come, easy go for Rodriguez. And a grounder from Stone. Quick 2 outs here.
the shortstop, number 3.
1-2, the count to Wally Woolley. And a grounder to first, Magana, in time for out number 3. A 1-2-3 inning. We go to the bottom of the 7th. 9-1-2 due up for the Sparrows. They trail by 5 here going into the final 3 frames. That one's fouled back, a 1-2 count to Dixon. This one's up the middle, a diving play by Woolley. The throw is in time, but fitness for Woolley. Uh-oh, this could be huge. Wally Woolley is very hurt. A dislocated for I can't say words. Wally Woolley dislocates his shoulder. That is not good news as the captain of the High Rollers goes down. That's a 4-week injury, and that's a strikeout. I'm all over the place. The Sparrows go down in order that inning, but the High Rollers losing one of their star players as soon as they got a blind Ollie back. So that's a massive break for bad break for the High Rollers there. Who did they bring in? I didn't see. Was it Colton King? It usually is in these situations. That does it for McKinney. In comes Ashlyn Decker. It was Colton King. And Foe gets rung up there. A strikeout for Decker. Once again, the Sparrows putting together an okay game. It's just bad breaks, I guess, kind of. Like blind Ollie hitting a home run that literally bounces off the top of the wall, and it's 2 other home runs that the High Rollers hit. I mean, the Sparrows have been competitive in this game. They just couldn't score a lot of base runners. They've left a lot of people on. And it was the same against the Unicorns. I mean, granted, in an 8-0 game, like, you can't really say that was a good game by the Sparrows, but, like, it's there. They just can't quite finish it up. They just have loose ends that they just need to kind of perfect. One and two, the count to Cameron Kahn. 0 for 3 today, and make it 0 for 4. The 9th strikeout for Floston. He's been fantastic here in this one. A few hits, giving up 8 hits on the day, but his defense is able to back him up pretty well. This one up the middle under the glove of Becky Foe. So 1 on, 1 out now for the Sparrows. Ghana with the base hit. And that will do it for Floston. In comes Tipsy Reynolds. All-Star Game nominee for the Epic. And for all intents and purposes, probably will be a player in the All-Star Game for the Epic. She's had a fantastic season. Strickland, though, timing her up well. 2 foul balls that were hit pretty well. This one a slow roller to Foe. She goes to second. Oh, but gets the out by a step. A gutsy call there by Foe, but it pays off. Literally getting the throw off barely in time. Getting the lead runner. 2 down now for the Sparrows, and it's a locked-in Spritz Seltzer. And that one's right to Foe. No doubt about this one. Out number 3, and to the 9th we go. 6-1 in favor of the High Rollers. Both teams with 9 hits, but a 5-run difference in the run column. Chicken Tinda 0 for 3. 2-1 the count. This one up the middle, and Tinda is aboard. Carlita Beltran, 0 for 3 so far today. Into left, easy play there for Spritz Seltzer, out number 1. G Baby Evans at the plate now. Two and two the count. Into the stands there. And strike 3 called. Another strikeout for Decker. She's got a pair here in relief. Here's Rocket Rodriguez. He hit a home run earlier in the game. His third of the season, also his third RBI. 3 home runs, 3 RBIs for Rodriguez. Otherwise on the season, 222 average, 8 for 36. 10 strikeouts to 1 walk. Runners going hit, runners on, but fouled back. A full count with 2 outs. And that one's in the dirt. Ball 4, and Rodriguez will take a walk. Putting 2 aboard, back to the top of the lineup for Mary Stone. Stone 13 for 52 on the season. A .250 batting average, 1 home run, 2 RBIs. 18 strikeouts to 2 walks. Takes a strike there, 2-1 the count, 2 on, 2 out. This one is foul. Popped up right field. Strickland coming in, calling for it. And she'll make the catch for round number 3, and the side is retired. The Sparrows will need 5 in the bottom of the 9th to tie and extend this ball game, and they've got the bottom of the order coming up. The bottom of the order has been by far the most prolific for the Sparrows here in this one. 7, 8, and 9 combined for 3 of their 9 hits so far in this one. And Spritz Seltzer just ahead has another 3 of them. Back to the mound, Reynolds, easy play for her, 1 away. This one is going to be foul. Swing this there, 1 and 2 the count to Vegas. And strike 3 called at the bottom of the zone. Reynolds with her first strikeout. And the last hope for the Sparrows, Madeline Dixon at the plate now. 1 and 1 the count. That one finds his own, 1 and 2. Into right, tracking that one is Stone. She slides forward and makes the catch, and that's the game. The High Rollers are victorious here, 6-1, and take over sole possession of the Epic Phenoms. Moving to 9 and 4 on the season, but they do lose Wally Woolley for an extended period of time. Let's take a look at the breakdown. 10 hits for the High Rollers. 10 and 9 for them. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. A pair from Range and Foe. Blind Ollie with the 3-run shot. And Rodriguez and Woolley with solo shots themselves. And then for the Sparrows, 9 hits, 3 from Seltzer, Larsoni, and 2. All that coming from the middle to bottom of the order. 10 strikeouts for the Sparrows. A sombrero from Jerry Magana. Win goes to Floston, 1 earned through 7 1/3. 9 hits, but 9 strikeouts. And then Reynolds perfect in 1 2/3 of relief. Loss goes to Enriquez, 3 earned through 4 1/3. 2 home runs given up. McKinney, 3 earned through 3, and then Decker, no earned through 1 2/3. MVP of the game is Floston, followed by Rocket Rodriguez and Blind Ollie. Don't go anywhere. Game number 2 of stream number 2 here of Super Saturday. Mythic and Angels coming up right after this. You're watching the SSBL on Twitch.
close your eyes, seek paradise, won't change your mind, can't shape the lights. I'll take the chance and roll the dice. I want it all, just for the night. I live it out like I'll never die. I lose my head in the starry skies. Can't chain me down, I feel so alive. Back down, only one way out. I let you run my life. Now you won't get me down. Untamed, guess I lost my mind. You turned me inside out. No one can stop me now. So turn up the light. Turn up the light.
All right, game number 2, the Mythic and the Angels. Teams playing for a bit of pride here. The 3-9 Mythic against the 2-10 Angels. Not been a great season for either team. We've got both aces on the mound here. Mythic won the prior matchup, I believe 5-1 earlier. Oh, 5-0. But Cretaceous Moth starting off the game with a strikeout of Romeo Julian. Brings up Celine Colombo. Mythic trying to match the Express win total of 4, best of the expansion teams. But back-to-back strikeouts for Cretaceous Moth. Oh, this is Courageous Moth. It's Cretaceous Moon is the other one. Pop up into center field. Should be an easy play for Emily Prentice. And she'll make the catch. Round number 3, a 1-2-3 inning for Moth. Sends us to the home half of the first. Emma Milstein, Carol Henry, and Emily Prentice coming up. Angels are absolutely bonkers team. Just really bad. But they're 2 wins coming off of really good teams. The number 1 seed in the Epic Conference, the Stingers, they beat them 8-5. And then coming off a 4-1 win over the Retrievers in interleague play. It's just, it's a really hard team to understand. And especially when you read off what this team is doing as a whole offensively. 22nd in the league offensively, 216 batting average. 20th in the league in home runs, have only hit 9 home runs, and are second in the league in strikeout rate at 32.6%. They only trail the Liberty in strikeout percentage. 2 quick outs here for Ray Delfino, facing off now against Emily Prentice. Mythic, on the other hand, aren't much better offensively. Hitting .219 on the season, a spot above the Angels, as Delfino rings up the batter there for out number 3, sending us to the top of the second inning. Mythic a bit better in the home run department. 10th in the league in home runs, actually hitting 13 this season. Actually not completely awful on a strikeout percentage-wise. 13th in the league, so middle of the pack, striking out 25% of the time. So actually taking decent at-bats and not just whiffing all the time. So definitely, I think, a bright spot for the Mythic there. By far the lowest strikeout rate of any of the expansion teams. All the 3 other expansion teams are the worst, the 3rd worst, or the 4th worst in strikeout percentage. So the Mythic got that going for them there. Swing and miss there. 1-2, the count to Lucy and Miles. Oh, but there's a strikeout. Moth with her 3rd of the game. Here is Delaney Frisco. Team pitching-wise, Angels next to last in both team ERA and WHIP, a 7.39 ERA and a 1.67 WHIP. Mythic, on the other hand, as that's grounded to Milstein for round number 3. Just a spot above them at a 7.28 ERA and a 1.97 WHIP, so 22nd and turning 3rd in the league are both these teams in pitching. As for the strikeout by 9 rate, as Tina Tygo gets hit by a pitch there by Delfino. This could open the floodgate one way or another. Delfino down to 10s now after the hit by pitch. This one's fouled off. A 1-2 count to Donnie JT, and he gets rung up there. Delfino battles back for a strikeout, now facing off against Lawrence Longshanks. One and one the count. Fouled off. In the dirt, 2-2. This one hit hard. That's going to get down into right, and that's going to get by Debbie Sawyer in right. Runner's going to round third, head for home, and Lawrence Longshanks has himself an RBI double. A bad angle taken by Debbie Sawyer, and a run comes home to score. Two and one the count now to Roger Bedell. Bedell, I believe, one of the worst bats in the league. 5 for 36, a 139 average. As he gets rung up there, the third strikeout for Delfino. Brings up Ruby Green Dexteres. Not hitting much better. 8 for 41 on the year, a 195 average. One and two the count. And she gets rung up there, but the hit by pitch does come around to score, and the Angels take a 1-0 lead going into the top of the third. 7-8-9 due up for the Mythic here. Domingo Ritchie to lead things off. Ritchie 6 for 28 on the season, a 214 batting average. But gets rung up there, Courageous Moth, with 4 strikeouts so far in this one. What has she done so far this season? Only 9 innings of work under her belt for the Angels ace. 12 earned runs. 8 strikeouts coming in this one. 5 walks. A 12 ERA. And a 2.88 whip. But that's out number 2 there. And that's going to bring up Debbie Sawyer. Moth locked in here. And just 2 pitches on her arsenal. She desperately needs, I think, a third pitch as Sawyer singles through the right side of the infield. Mythic have their first runner aboard of the game.
The second baseman, number 26.
0-2 the count to Romeo Julian. Swing and a miss! I was complimenting the Mythic on their lack of strikeouts, but they just got rung up for the 5th time in this one. And we're going to the bottom of the third. The commentator's curse knows no bounds. Wash Jotley to come up to start off the bottom of the third for the Angels. And Delfino coming dangerously close to a second hit by pitch. Finds the zone there, 2-1. And Watley swings through that one, 2-2. Way outside, full count. A swing and a miss, Delfino. He has 5 Ks as well, and we're back to the top of the order for the Angels. Pretty much the difference in the game is the hit by pitch and then Longshanks' double that scored the run. And that run was Tina Tygo at a All-Star Game nominee, as that's another strikeout for Delfino. He's up to 6. What kind of year has Delfino have so far? Not terrible. 16 innings of work under his belt, 9 earned runs, 21 strikeouts to 7 walks, a 3-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio. That's fantastic for a young pitcher, and he'll keep on getting better and better. A 5.06 ERA and a 1.25 whip. So Delfino really doing pretty decently all things considered for some of these rookie pitchers for these expansion teams. A 1-2 count here for Delfino. Henry doesn't chase. And lets the count get full. Oh, and just misses. Henry battles back to draw a walk. And that will bring up Emily Prentice. 1 on, 2 outs now. That one's fouled back. 1-2 the count to Emily Prentice. And Delfino really concerned about the runner at first. Some good speed and not a great arm behind the plate for the Mythic, but Delfino gets her to pop up and makes the catch himself for round number 3, retiring the side. Sending us to the top of the 4th inning. Still a 1-run game here. 2-3-4 do it for the Mythic. Moth locked in through 3, only allowing 1 base runner. This is a high fly ball, and that one is gone, and we're tied at 1 apiece. Celine Colombo with a monster shot into right field. 378 feet, and it's 1-1.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 18.
And that's going to be a base hit up the middle. Back-to-back hits for the Mythic as they're going the second time around here against Moth.
Number 89.
Fiddles Rosas, another All-Star Game nominee with a base hit. Harry Von Crum to the plate. 2-0 to him. 3-0. And Von Crum will take a 4-pitch walk, so all of a sudden 3 straight batters reach for the Mythic, and here is Lucian Miles. Moth no longer locked in, struggling here to start off the top of the 4th. Still nobody out, and 2 runners aboard now for the Mythic, tying this game up with the solo shot from Colombo. 2-1 the count to Lucian Miles. And Miles with a high fly ball in the center field. Back goes Prentice. She's on the track and will make the catch for round number 1. Runner from second will tag up to go to third, so runners now at the corners for Delaney Frisco.
Number 45.
That one finds his own, a 1-1 count here. Runner is going, and the hit and run works to perfection as that one's put in the gap. 1 run will score, and another one's going to score as the misplayed ball by Prentice goes all the way to the wall, and the Mythic will now lead 3-1.
Now batting, the designated hitter, number 77.
Delaney Frisco with a 2-run RBI double. Gives the Mythic their first lead of the game. Dribbled in front of the plate. Donnie JT scoops it up, throws it to first in time for round number 2. But Frisco will advance to third now for Claudette Levi. No power, but a lot of contact. That one's called a strike at the bottom of the zone. 0-2 to Levi. Swing and a miss! Moth rings her up there, but 3 runs come in to score for the Mythic as they now take the lead going into the bottom of the 4th. Part of the order do it for the Angels. Tygo, JT, and Longshanks. Let's see how Delfino pitches now with the lead under his belt. 1-1 to Tina Tygo. This one in foul territory, but no one's going to track that one down. Inside, the count is full. And that one just misses, and that's the second free pass to Tina Tygo. Hit by pitch and a walk now, and brings up Donnie JT. Donnie JT, 4 for 36 on the season, a 111 batting average. But connects with that one through the left side of the infield. He's aboard. And the Angels returning the favor, 2 on, nobody out for them in the bottom of the 4th. And here is Henry Longshanks had the RBI double the last time he was at the plate. And he puts this one into right, tracking back is Sawyer, but she'll make the catch at the front of the warning track for out number 1. Runner will advance 90 feet to third, and the Angels have runners at the corners now, and here's Roger Bedell. Oh, another pitch almost hitting the batter. Delfino struggling with his command here, which stands to reason his accuracy isn't fantastic, but flirting with disaster here. And a 3-1 count now to Bedell. And that will be a walk, so the bases are now loaded for the Angels. And it's Ruby Green Dexteris to the plate. Delfino stays in the game, about to throw his 80th pitch here with 1 out in the third. That one's nowhere close. Well in the other's batter's box. Now misses inside 2-0. 3-0, in danger of walking in a run. Delfino finds his own there, 3-1. And finds it again, the count is full. This one is fouled off by Dexteris. But nowhere close, ball 4, and a run will come in. And that's going to bring us to Wash Jotley, RBI man, an outside pitch. Ray Delfino tense, but staying in the game. Swing and a miss there, 0-2 the count. Swing and a miss! Delfino gets his 7th strikeout of the game. 2 outs now, and top of the order, Emma Milstein. Delfino staying in the game, trying to finish off the 4th inning. Mythic trying to shake off the embarrassing 28-3 loss they suffered at the hands of the Serpents earlier in the week. 2-1 the count to Milstein. Misses 3-1. Nowhere to put her. Oh, didn't time that one up, but that was a monster. Fouls off another. Count is full. Runners will go. The pitch swung on into center field. Back goes Colombo. She's tracking it. It's over her head and off the wall. That will clear the bases, and the Angels retake the lead. A bases clearing triple for Emma Milstein. And that will do it for Delfino. He can't finish the inning, and they bring in Cale Cartman. 7 strikeouts, but 5 earned. Make it 6 earned as that one's put into the left center gap. That's going to hit the wall, and it's going to be an RBI double. Carol Henry getting in on the action. And it's 6-3 Angels. Here's Emily Prentice, 0 for 2 with a runner on second. A full count here from Cale Cartman. Fouled back. And that one's a monster shot into deadaway center field. Back it goes, and it's gone! Emily Prentice with a 2-run home run to deadaway center field. 4:55, and the Angels have broke it open 8-3. Rounded a second, the inning will finally come to a close, but the Angels put up 7 of their own. Total of 10 runs come to score in the 4th inning. 8-3 lead for the Angels going into the 5th. Moth to take the mound to start off the top of the 5th. Struggled last inning, allowing the Mythic to take the lead, which the Angels have hence regained. And she hits the first batter to swing and miss. Debbie Sawyer goes down on the strikeout. Popped up, easy play here for Henry. 2 away now. And here's Celine Colombo. And Colombo with her second base hit of the day. She's 2 for 2, a home run and a single. which will bring up Biddles Rosas, the hopeful All-Star Game nominee for the Heroic Conference, or the Epic Conference, excuse me. One for two today, and ahead 2-0 on the count. Take strike one on the slider. That one runs inside 3-1. Fouls that one off to make it a full count. Runner's going, that's a hard hit ball. Oh, and it's off the glove of Emma Milstein. And everyone's safe, and the runner advances to third. That one has to go down as an error. I mean, that was right to her glove. That goes down as a hit? Man, I don't agree with this game sometimes. I mean, that was a liner right to her glove. But anyway, Rosas gets his second hit of the game. Puts runners at the corners for the Mythic, and Harry Von Crum into center field. That one's going to score a couple. One's already in. Runner headed for third. Rounding third, headed home. And Harry Von Crum plates 2 more runs for the Mythic. And that will do it for Moth. In comes Walter Malone. I don't think she was diving or sliding. I mean, it was literally right to her. And that error proves costly for the Angels as 2 runs come off the error. But he swings and misses there. Malone ends the inning, but 2 more runs for the Mythic makes the game 8-5 going into the bottom of the 5th. Donnie JT to lead off the inning. Oh, 0-2 the count. Doesn't swing on the curveball. That curveball misses, 2-2. And that curveball is put into the gap, and that's going to roll all the way to the wall. Donnie JT with extra bases. Lawrence Longshanks to the plate now. Grounder to Von Crum. He'll take it himself for round number 1. But JT will advance 90 feet. Bring up Roger Bedell. Fouls that one back. 1-1 the count. Nope. 3-1 now the count. Cartman finds his own there. The count is full. And that will be a walk. Bedell takes first. Runners now at the corners for the Angels to bring up Ruby Green Dexteres. Slow roller to third. This will score a run. Makes it 9-5 Angels. As another RBI comes in for Dexteres without a base hit. Popped up. This might have Bomber Special written all over it, and it falls in front of the diving Rosas, and it's going to lead to a run, scoring 10-5 now. And that does it for Cartman. Watley with a single RBI. And whoops, that was the wrong thing. So 2 runs for the Angels here in the bottom of the 5th. Runners going, the throw is nowhere close. And that will draw a walk, which will bring up Carol Henry. This game is entering madness territory, and we're only halfway through, and my sheet is well populated. 1-1 the count. Inside 2-2. That one's to Claudette Levi, who makes the snag for round number 3. But not before 2 more runs come up for the Angels. Makes it a 5-run game once again. 6 out 8 do it for the Mythic as we go to the top of the 6th. And that will be a strikeout for Milan, his second.
77.
Domingo Ritchie at the plate, 0 for 2 so far today. Ooh, that one just misses the zone somewhere. Fouled off, full count. To Milstein, makes the snag for round number 2.
The third baseman, number 92.
This one in foul territory, but don't think anyone's going to catch up to that one. And a strikeout looking for Levi. 2 strikeouts heading for Malone. And we'll go to the bottom of the 6th.
The center fielder, number 30.
This one is over the head and into the gap. Extra bases, a leadoff double for the Angels. Rentis with extra base hit. Thank you, Hulkman. We're having a fantastic stream. Our second stream of the day. As Tina Tygo draws a full count. Finds his own there. Andreas Witness on the mound. A second walk drawn by Tina Tygo. Brings up Donnie JT. I think this is the most runs the Angels have scored all season, I'm willing to believe. It is. They scored 8 against the Stingers, and that's a double play! What in the world? Was that Carol Henry who just got caught on that? Yes, stay tuned for the next game, Hulkman, and put here in all caps, and you'll be entered into the drawing to win a Turtle Beats headset. Yes, next game, the Dragons and Knights game B. Stay tuned for that, and then the drawing will be probably next week for this, because we kind of truncated. We give it away on our podcast called Jacked that we post on our YouTube channel. And those get recorded on Friday, so this next pool will be given away next week. If I made that make sense in any way, shape, or form. And that's going to be a walk. Bases loaded once again for the Angels. Here's Ruby Green Dexteris. It is... Just do that in the chat during the next game. And that is going to be a base hit. That's going to roll all the way to the wall. The bases are already cleared once again. Dexteris brings home some more, this time with a hit. She's up to 5 RBIs today and only 1 base hit. And that will do it for Witness. In comes Reggie Lohner. Oh, dear God, there were way too many bloops there. Angels make me break out the double digits for the first time today. 13. And that one's deep into right, but that will be caught by Sawyer on the warning track. And we go to the top of the 7th. 13-3 the score. Oh, 5. I haven't updated the Mythic. No cool minute, I guess. Alon has done pretty well as a reliever here. Lohner's only the 3rd man out of the bullpen for the Mythic, so I don't think I don't think we'll reach SP as a reliever. No, Ruby married Oh, yeah. No.
The center fielder,
No.
number 11.
Ruby Green and, yeah, Handley Dexterous, yeah. Popped up behind the plate. Will it stay in play? It will for Donnie JT. He makes the catch for out number 3. And we head to the bottom of the 7th time to stretch. Thank you all for coming in to the second game here of the second stream of Super Saturday. Angel steamrolling this one. Be sure to stay tuned for the rest of the season as we narrow down the playoff field and get ready for the postseason. As that's a swing and a miss for a strikeout for Loner. Grounder to Claude Levi. In time for round number 2. Emily Prentice. Fair. That hit the glove of Levi? Huh. Another double for Emily Prentice, her second of the day. High fly ball, but that's going to stay in play for Sawyer, and she'll make the catch for round number 3. 3, 4, 5 due up for the Mythic here. Oh, okay. I don't know why it looked funny to me, but yeah, yeah.
The first baseman, number 89.
Harry Von Crum to the plate, 1-2 the count. And he gets rung up there. Another strikeout for Walter Malone.
The left fielder, number 58.
Lucian Miles 0 for 3. Fouls that one off. Malone locked in here. 3 innings perfect, 5 strikeouts. Make it 6. As we head to the bottom of the 8th. Angels looking to put the cherry on top of this one, leading 13-5.
The catcher, number 29.
Donnie JT 2 for 4 today. Swing and a miss there, 2-2 the count. Full count. Strike 3 called. Reggie Loner with a strikeout.
Second baseman, number 5.
Grounder to second, Romeo Julian in time for round number 2.
Now back, the right fielder.
And here's Roger Bedell. 0 for 1, but 3 walks drawn today for Bedell. That one's foul, 2-2. And that's the 4th walk drawn for Bedell. A fantastic day for him. And here's Ruby Green Dexterous, 1 for 3, 5 RBIs. Doing 1 the count. Grounded to the 3rd, Claudette Levi. The throw in time for round number 3. And here's the Mythic's last chance here.
The catcher, number 45.
Delaney Fiskro 1 for 2, 2 RBIs. Hard hit ball, but foul. So that one's through. A base hit there for Frisco. One on. Here's Domingo Ritchie, 0 for 3 and tenths. The Melon's day is done. In comes Dickie Vaughn. One's foul, 0 and 2 to count. She's pretty old, so I doubt her arm is very good there for Levi. 2-2 the count to Ritchie. Swing and a miss. Vaughn rings him up there. Claudette Levi 0 for 3 in this one. Tense. Dribbler up the middle. This could be it. Longshanks Milstein to Carol Henry. And that's the game. The Angels take it and split the season series with the Mythic. This one by the score 13-5. 13 runs off of 10 hits for the Angels. 5 runs off of 7. 1 error for the Angels. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. I have something wrong with the Mythic, so I'm just curious. Julie didn't have one. Colombo does have 2 hits. Harry Von Crum had 1 hit. Seeing Miles, nothing. Delaney Frisco has 2. Ritchie, 5. Sorry. I have 8 hits for the Mythic. Whatever. Okay, that was weird. Anyway, 7 hits for the Mythic, 5 runs, 14 strikeouts for the Mythic, a sombrero for Julian and Miles, 3 hits for Prentice, and 2 hits for Johnny Daytee, a home run for Prentice, 9 strikeouts for the Angels. Delfino gets the loss, 6 earned through 3 2/3. Cartman 4 earned through 1. Witness 3 earned through 1, and Loner clean through 2 1/3. Win goes to Walter Malone, 3 1/3, 1 hit, giving up 6 strikeouts. And that will pretty much do it. Emily Prentice, your MVP, followed by Ruby Green Dexteras and Emma Milstein. Don't go anywhere. Game number 3, the game of the day for the second stream. We'll be coming up right after this, and a message from our sponsor, Turtle Beach.
Yeah, they just wanna see me in the grave. Come out in the law in the rave. Oh no, I can't wait. To the play. Gotta go for his, cause you know I can't play. We gon' win it no matter what the shirt. Got the stick, we gon' bring it out the shirt. I was down below the commas. I put dollars on my head like I don't wanna. Yeah, I'm proud of what I did. I'm on.
Hey, what are you doing?
Practicing. I'm shooting a commercial for Turtle Beach.
Yeah, but we're gonna hop on right now.
I bet.
Got the stick, we gon' bring it out the shirt.
And off we go into game number 3. A big one for both teams. Dragons, after losing that one to the Retrievers, aren't in super duper danger, but are flirting with it if they want to make the postseason. Do need one more win to like firmly lock up their odds. but can't really mess around here against the Knights. You know, Knights in a rebuilding kind of a mode, but still have a really good offense. Sitting at 5-5, and with a win here, could back their way into the playoffs in a rebuilding season. So a very interesting matchup here. Dragons, Knights. Dragons, Knights. Because right now the Dragons sit in the number 3 or number 4 seed in the Heroic, and the Knights are on the outside looking in, but only a game behind, as the Overdrafts and Wrongfielders sit in that 5th and 6th seed respectively at 7-5, and that will be a leadoff infield single for Ding Dong to start off the game. And it's the number 3 pitcher for the Dragons in this one, as they're playing game number 15. Wait, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, game number 15 on the season. Only one more game after this one. I think by far the leaders in games played here. What is number 6 actually? Well, aren't you? Oh, but as Tippy Cup rings him up there. Well, are y'all tied because you're +1 win but +1 loss, so it's all pretty much a wash? Well, regardless, big cluster there at the 4, 5, 6 spots. Knights, a game behind, could stir up a bit of trouble here. 2-2 the count to Levi Booth. Oh, strike 3 called on the inside corner. Tippy Cup rings him up there. A better winning percentage. Gotcha. Knights in danger of spoiling the leadoff single by Ding Dong. Gave Sacred a 2-1 count. Tippy Cup, though, already up to 30 pitches here in the first inning, practically. And she will throw a 30th pitch here on a 2-2 count. And this one's up the middle. Gary Starr with the suck glove, the throw in time for round number 3. Gary Starr trying to undo his sins from the first game defensively and makes a nice play to end the inning. Welcome, Jay Knott. Welcome to the SSBL. In first place, we got 2 conferences here in the SSBL. First place in the Heroic Conference are the Gauchos at 8-3. And then on the other side of the coin, the Epic Conference, we've got the Stingers at 12-2. We'll see the Gauchos in game number 4. But we won't see the Stingers, I think, for a little bit longer, as that's going to be a leadoff strikeout from Shep Franks. That one's up the middle. Gibbon in time to Leathers for round number 2. Wow, I'm surprised. The math says this game is an even line. It's a pick'em. Very surprising here. I have to give the Dragons the edge just mentally with knowing what the Knights bullpen looks like. But, I mean, that Knights offense is more than capable of scoring, as that's going to be strike 3. Duketown, no, not Duketown. Gary Starr goes down swinging. And we go to the second inning scoreless. And Weiss, first man up, puts this one to the left, but Harry Sheldon tracks that one down for round number 1. Glad you like it, Jay Knott, as Fizek has put in the Discord, or into the chat, our Discord channel. Be sure to join that to join the league and keep track of us as we close out the regular season here of Season 8. As the playoffs are soon to follow. Oh no, Gary Starr! Oh no, Gary Starr! You did it good and right back to doing it not good. Oh boy. Gary Starr's misdeeds did the Dragons in last game. Can the Knights take advantage. This one's to Jupiter. Jupiter runs to French Pastry for the Around the Horn Dragon special. A fantastic Dragon special turned by the Dragons to get them out of the second inning. Earl Crump to lead things off here for the Dragons in the bottom of the second. 2-2 the count. Fouled back. High fly ball, but well into the stands. And our fourth game today at Lafayette Stadium as Crump gets rung up there. An amazing job done by the field crew for this game to hold 4 games today. 2 Dragons home games and 2 Sparrow home games. 3-0 to Homer runs. Power versus lefties. Puts that one in the stands 3-1. And that will be a walk drawn by Homer runs. Dragons with their first base runner of the game. Runner is going. The throw is not going to be in time. Runner now in scoring position. Von Crum, no, excuse me. Then he baits his arm behind the plate, makes it easy pickings out there. And he's going for third, and that's going to be nowhere close. And now the go-ahead run is 90 feet away. Swing and a miss there. Full count to Noah Walker. Walker fouls that one off. That's going to be a base hit up the middle, and that's going to score a run. Dragons strike first here, 1-0 in the bottom of the second inning. Noah Walker coming through for the Dragons. Now up Harry Shelton, 1 on, 1 out. Very important for the Dragons to get to Shep Franks early and get into the bullpen and chew through that as quickly as they can. This one is up the ladder by Gibbon. The throw to second. Dragon special! The Knights get out of the inning, but not before a run comes home for the Dragons to lead 1-0. I'm very interested to see what the power rankings will look like after this week. Should be a very interesting time. This one into center. Out number 1. Here's Haley Angelis. Into the stands. Junior Tippy Cup locked in, but this one's going to find the grass in the outfield through the right side of the infield. Angelis aboard with the single. Which brings us back to the top of the order. Ding dong. And that's going to be French Pastry to Gary Starr. Back to French Pastry, our 3rd Dragon special of the game. And we'll go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Still a 1-0 lead for the Dragons.
Center fielder, number 97.
Swing and miss there. Duketown did not have a good game against the Retrievers. Going 0-4, but he just tied the home run league in the SSBL. His 8th home run of the season makes it 2-0. Duketown tying the league lead at 8. Shiro Amiya is officially on panic watch for his triple crown. And that one's going to scoot into the corner, but will be only a single for Freddie Jupiter.
Right fielder, number 82.
Back to the top of the order, Will Freishak. And Will Freishak puts one on this one, and that one is gone! Freishak, a 2-run home run. The Dragons taking care of business here early, 424 into center field. Forward to nothing here early, and Shep Franks is tense. Oh, I was on the stat sheet. I hit the command for the home run song, and it just opened up my browsing history in Chrome. Whoops. Runners going, and that will be another stolen base for the Dragons. They are making many bases life very difficult. This one to second, a tough dive by Given, and that's going to score another run. Gary Starr with an RBI single. And it's 5-0 Dragons. And this is going to bomber special into left. Earl Crump with a base hit. Bringing up homer runs. Nobody out still here in the bottom of the third. Dragons have already scored 4 runs. Looking for more with homer runs up to the plate. This one's up the middle and no one can handle it. Runner's going around third, head from home. The throw from Levi Booth is not going to be in time. 6-0 Dragons. They're making this look easy. And that will do it for Shep Franks. In comes Lacey Fellows. Dragons taking care of business here. 6-0 now the score. Thank you for the subscription, J Knott. That one's to back. Andy Gibbon in time to Leathers. Another Dragons special. Our 4th of the game. But still only 2 outs. The runner at third now for Harry Shelton. One and one the count. And Harry Shelton into left. That one is gone. A 2-run shot. 8-0. 389 to left field. The Dragons did not want to be denied to postseason. It's not a mathematical clinch, but it's essentially a clinch, isn't it? Am I right? Because 9 plus 6 would be 15, so their magic number would still be 2. And that's a walk to Duketown. Lacey Fellows tense. Still only 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. Dragons have played it 7 this inning. And that one's going to be through the right side of the infield. A second base hit for Jupiter in this inning alone. And here we are back to the top of the order. Will Freishak could make history. Well, that was in our Super Sim Classic. I don't know if anyone's ever, well, we won't have to worry about it. I was wondering if anyone has ever homered twice in the same inning before. But that's a question for another day. Let's answer that question now. Knights and Vikings do have another game together. And Tippy Cup got a lot of rest in between that half inning. And that is, Homer runs with a sliding stop there. And in time for out number 1, a great play by Homer runs. This Dragons defense up and down so far today, but doing enough to back up Tippy Cup nicely. She is locked in, only 2 hits through 3 1/3. 2 strikeouts to her name. Full count. Strike 3 called to the bottom of the zone. Tippy Cup. Yeah, makes it 3 Ks. Brings up Ding Dong. That pitch count, though, a bit high. 63 here through 2 outs in the 4th. Up the middle, easy play here for Star. The throw is in time. A 1-2-3 inning for Tippy Cup. Into the bottom of the 4th we go, 8-0 in favor of the Dragons.
The first baseman, number 21.
French Pastry first man up here in the bottom of the 4th. Fellows starting off the inning tense after the mess of the 3rd. Ryshek grounds out short to first. Gary Starr to the plate, still tense, but does have an RBI single on the day. And up the middle is another base hit for him. Oh. Earl Crump to the plate. Oh yeah, be sure to put here in all caps in the chat to be entered into a drawing to win a Turtle Beach headset. So do what I just did there, HERE in the chat to be entered into a Turtle Beach headset giveaway. Swing and a miss. Fellows rings up Crump there. And here is Homer runs. Three and 1 the count to Runs. And Runs will run to first base with the walk. Bringing up Noah Walker. Yes, I do remember when you wanted to trade Runs. And he's like the best player on your team. Two and 1 the count. And Walker into right. Tracking that one is Ding Dong, and he'll make the catch for out number 3. A 0 up on the board defensively for the Knights, but still trail here 8-0 going into the top of the 5th.
Third baseman, number 20.
Popped up into left. Shelton is there for number 1. I don't think Runs is S tier. I think he's probably like very high A would be my guess. Unacceptable! Fouled back 2-2 the count to Shaz Leathers. Leathers pops this one up. Tippy Cup gets off the mound, will field it herself for out number 2. And that will bring up Rock back. This one into the stands, 1-1. This one playable. French Pastry on the one hop, flips it to Tippy Cup, who covers in time for round number 3. It's another 1-2-3 inning. Into the bottom of the 5th we go. 7, 8, 9 do it for the Dragons.
The left fielder, number 16.
And this one is going to be gone. Another solo shot for the Dragons. Makes it 9-0. 354 feet. Ah, my phone. Where is my phone? Ah! Hello? Scam likely. Goodbye. Harry Shelton, his second home run of the game. Brings up Duketown, now hunting for the home run lead. Arms Melee coming in now. Once a former Dragon, well, technically is a former Dragon now, once a actual Dragon.
Now back, the third baseman, number 24.
He draws a walk. 2-1 the count now to Freddie Jupiter. 3-1. That one. Oh, Shaz Leathers can't get the tag to turn what would have been our 5th Dragon special. Duketown gets back just in time. Brings up Will Freishack. And he, oh! Well, Kenya Weiss tried. He knocked it down to prevent extra bases. But everyone is safe. Will Freishack with a base hit. 2 on, only 1 out now for French Pastry. What French Pastry is he? Is he an eclair? Maybe a cream puff? Or what about a tarte tatin? And he'll draw a walk, and the bases will be loaded. For Gary Starr, still tense despite being 2 for 3 on the day with an RBI. Could make this one very ugly in favor for the Dragons. A croissant. Or a baguette. Phrasing. Full count, nowhere to put Gary Starr. Cotton's foul. Popped up, infield fly will be called. As Ding Dong route back makes the catch for out number 2. And that will bring up Earl Crump. Dragons looking for the cherry on top of an already nice Sunday. 2-2 the count to Earl Crump. He fouls that one back, staying alive. Ooh, dangerous take there to make the count full. Runners going. This one is stopped by Rockback, but the throw won't be in time. 10-0 Dragons. Another base hit for Earl Crump, this time with an RBI. I have to break out the double digits once again. And that's going to be another one, as that one gets by Kenya Weiss. He's had 2 of those in this inning alone, preventing what would have been another run. Homer runs times 2 RBI and times 2 1B. And Noah Walker releases one down the first base line. That one gets in the corners. That's 1. That's 2. That is 3 runs scored for the Dragons. 14-0. A double and 4 RBIs for him now. As my brain is breaking, Ernie Woodward up to the plate. The Dragons now lead by 2 touchdowns. And that one's over the glove of Kenya Weiss. He doesn't even try for it. And the Dragons get the 2-point conversion, make it 15-0. I can't even keep up. Harry Shelton, 1B RBI, his 3rd RBI, and now Duketown with another opportunity to take the home run lead. That won't do it. Into center field, but right at Levi Booth for out number 3, and the inning mercifully comes to an end. But another 7 spot on the board for the Dragons. They lead now 15-0. Fuzu, man. Van Foosman. Get out of here.
The left fielder, number 17.
Woodward is the third man out of the pin. We had a bot come in. That's all. And that's a strikeout for Tippy Cup. 4 on the day for her. Nothing flashy, but getting the job done. On fire! Holy cow. Only 2 hits surrendered. Wow, that's has to be one of the most minimalistic stat lines I've seen for someone being on fire this year. But I mean, I think she's gone at least 3 or 4 innings of a row of just 1, 2, 3 baseball, and we're into the bottom of the 6th now. 15-0 in favor of the Dragons. Make it 16-0 as Freddie Jupiter joins in the home run derby. Dead away center field. Second deck, 463 feet. And it's just an embarrassment right now. And that one is going to be caught by Levi Booth. I'm sorry, I'm writing things down. I'm changing the thing. Here, fine. Have a home run song. You're owed like 5 at this point. Rounded to short, and that will be one of the quicker innings for the Knights, despite a home run being recorded. 16-0 going into the top of the 7th. Only 2 hits on the day for the Knights, Angeles and Ding Dong. And Ding Dong's hit came in the first inning. It was a leadoff single. I think Angeles was her first time around, so I think Tippy Cup has gone through the order at least once now without an extra base runner.
The center fielder, number 19.
Man, on fire Tippy Cup. I mean, it's a clean game, but 4 strikeouts. That's got to be one of the lowest strikeout totals I've seen of someone who is on fire. But hey, it's what gets the job done that matters. I mean, you can't complain on this game in the slightest. But she does give up the walk there. Her first base runner allowed in probably 3-4 innings. And it's a quick pull for Tippy Cup. Well, I say quick, it's 1 out in the 7th. She did bounce back after a long first inning, I believe through 25-30 pitches, and still lasted until the 7th inning. Popped up, but trending foul. I don't think anyone's going to catch it. Oh, but Cosmo gets the strikeout there of
The third baseman, number 20.
someone, Stave Sacred. I wouldn't say you got embarrassed. Like, Retrievers are a good team. I mean, you have a transitive loss to the Angels now, but, you know, as Wanda Cosmo strikes out the both batters she faces to get us to the home half of the 7th. Time to stretch. Freaking. I apparently can't. I just can't spell. Welcome to the SSBL. I can't spell. Stretch. I can't spell stretch. Sturch. Everyone sturch. Everyone sturch. 7th inning sturch. And Homer runs adds to the home run derby. 17-0. Home run song. 18-0. There was a runner on. Dragons have hit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 home runs. Well, it's nowhere. The Serpents, I think, hit 8 or 9 against the Mythic this week, so don't even worry about that one.
The left fielder, number 16.
Nobody out here in the bottom of the 7th, runner aboard for Harry Shelton, locked in 3 for 4, 2 home runs, a single, and make it a double, maybe even a triple. He's got some wheels. Levi Booth up with it, and he's gonna be a double away from a cycle. We could have 2 cycles here in Season 8. Harry Shelton, 3B, another RBI, 4 RBIs tonight for Shelton. The Dragons absolutely embarrassing one of their rivals here, 19-0. It is a bloodbath. And Duketown is not getting an opportunity to hit home run number 9. They are just basically pitching around him. Freddie Jupiter up. Ernie Woodward pulled. Final man out of the pen is Jack Undermeyer. So we are now in SPS RP area. If Undermeyer can't finish the last 9 outs in this one, or 6 outs because we won't need the bottom of the 9th. I mean, this was pretty burned down for the Knights, honestly, because their players are so old offensively. As Undermeyer gets the strikeout there, no one wanted to buy him because they're all Season 2s. They had some Season 4s they could have sold, but everyone just kind of wanted to stand pat where they were at that point. I mean, they did sell off. I mean, Duketown was a former Knight, as this is home run number 7. Will Freishek with his 2nd home run. And it's going to be 23-0. Freishek needs a grand slam and a solo shot for the home run cycle. Jay Watt and 5-6 takes are going to be outdated. Run 23. What day is it? 42. Oh, 22. I forgot it was 19. Sorry. There is probably no way I have all the hits on this paper, unfortunately. As that one is going to get caught by Ding Dong off the shoe tops. We just need Harry Shelton to come up one more time and needs a double for the cycle. Have 2 cycles in 1 week, potentially. And we go to the top of the 8th, 22-0. Up by 3 touchdowns and a 2-point conversion. Wanda Cosmo. Doing Wanda Cosmo things here. 0-2 to Shaz Leathers. And he gets rung up there. 3 Ks for Cosmo. Yeah, the season they entered, their draft season. So the lower that number is, the older they are. Yes, yes. Apart from, I forget what his name is. Cairo Ishida, something Ishida. He's a season 7 guy who's done pretty well. They just needed one more arm in the rotation. But then the Knights have, I think, 5 or 6 in the minor leagues. So they'll have a pretty good pin. They have a pretty good thing going for them going forward.
Designated hitter, number 7.
4, 5, 6. So runner needs to get aboard for Shelton to get one more crack at it. Swing and a miss there. 2-2 the count to Crump. This one is to Leathers, and he will cover it in time for round number 1. Here's home runs. A home run, 2 singles, 2 walks, 4 RBIs. French Pastry, the only Dragon not getting a base hit or an RBI at this point. Everyone else has contributed. He's due up 4th in this inning. He is 7th in the order. Oh, and that guarantees it. Home run number 8 for Homer Runs. 2 home runs for him. Ah! 23-0. Man, we've had some stinkers in this week. Holy Toledo. Will Undermeyer get all the outs where we see a starting pitcher in relief? 2-2 to Noah Walker. Full count. Fouled back. Into left. Easy play here for Angeles for round number 2. And here is Harry Shelton. Needs a double to complete the cycle. And here is a starting pitcher, and that's the man I was talking about. Yamato Ishida. Can we have 2 cycles in 1 week? Harry Shelton down 1-2 in the count. Oh, that could have done it. Swing and a miss! No cycle for you! You come back 1 year. And we go to the 9th. Please end our suffering.
Number 17.
Wanda Cosmo has struck out every batter she's faced but 1. 5 outs recorded, 4 of them via the strikeout. No, it is fun. Full count to Haley Angeles. She is prolonging the inevitable for some reason. Grounded to second. Easy play for Homer Runs. 1 away. So yeah, Wanda Cosmo, nothing given up. She's the only one in relief. So Knights literally the first time through the order, got 2 hits and have done nothing since, but I think draw 1 walk. Pretty good considering what this Knights offense still has in the tank. Oh, French Pastry decides to show up. Contributing at the very end to the group project and say, look, I did it. And strike 3 called. Wanda Cosmo, 5 Ks, and that will do it. 23 to Zippity Doo Dah. Holy cow, only 2 hits. Let's see, 1, 2. Yep, got it for the Knights. Oh, I don't want to count to 22. I'm just curious if I'm even close. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. I'm 1 short. Oh well. 8 home runs. I think that's how many the Serpents hit against the Mythic the other day. So yeah. 23-0. 2 for Fryshack, Homer Runs, Harry Shelton. Only 3 base runners all game for the Knights. 9 strikeouts. 1 away from facing the minimum. 28 came to the plate for the Knights. And that's a lot of pitching for the Knights and not a lot of pitching for the, well, not a lot of pitchers, but a lot of good pitching. And a lot of pitchers, but not a lot of good pitching. The MVP is Homer Runs, Harry Shelton, and William Freischak. Dragons sweep it. Sweep the series. No, they're not in the same division as the Knights anymore. Yeah, okay. Game number 4 coming up right after this. Don't go anywhere. SSBL on Twitch. I am losing my mind.
This is what I waited for, 'cause the clock keeps ticking, hard for me to keep up. I can't take it no more, 'cause the time keeps turning, feels just like it speeds up. It's what I waited for.
And in case you didn't have enough fun in that last one, game number 4, the blowout game of the night, the now 11-1 Moonshots facing off against the number 1 seed in the Heroic, the 8-3 Gauchos facing off against Cade 6. May God have mercy on our souls. And I am going to preemptively turn off the single-digit scoring for the Gauchos and turn on the double-digit scoring for the Gauchos because, I mean, let's be honest here. It's going to get real bad.
Number 3.
Yes, J-Not, the Moonshots are pretty much the worst team in SSBL history, pretty much. They are tanking, trying to get younger, getting ready for seasons in the future. But they start out with a leadoff double from Nick Hugh.
Number 10.
I mean, yeah, Moonshots are a historically great franchise in the SSBL, won their division like every year, like constant division winners, and realized the writing was on the wall with some of the younger teams that were coming up and decided to completely sell off and get ready for Season 9, Season 10. They just never could take the final step, unfortunately. Never made it, or they did make it to one Super Series, lost to the Serpents back in Season 3. But never tasted full glory. Isaac, can you remind me, did they obviously made it to one, they make it to only 2 Heroic Conference Finals because Shorty Hightower continues his good day and singles up the middle to score a run. The Moonshots with the early lead. Shorty Hightower willed the Moonshots to the win over the Liberty and start things off with an RBI single to put the Moonshots up early. But that will be an easy out there for Jay Watt, and we'll head to the bottom of the first. Okay, they did win the Super Sim Classic that we did after the end of Season 5? But they won the Heroic in 3 and lost to the Moonshots in 4. Or lost to the Lumberjacks in Season 4. Season 5 was the Retrievers, and they didn't make it because the Retrievers beat the Lumberjacks in the Heroic Conference Finals. And then Season 6, they lost... I want to say they lost first or second round. And then last season, they lost to the Gauchos in the second round. This one will be down into the gap. That's going to roll to the wall. That's going to be extra bases. for Jay Watt, a runner in scoring position.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 0.
And that's up the middle, and that will tie the game up. An RBI single from Brutus Banger, and we have a 1-1 ball game. Could someone in the chat check on the Big 12 softball championship for me? Tell me what the score in that game is. That game should be pretty late. That game started, I think, at 2. Hopefully, OU has won that. Another runner in scoring position for Athena Hex. That one's fouled off. Full count. Debbie Buns on the mound for the Moonshots, and she will walk Hex.
Right fielder, number 40. Ball outside. That's outside. No, that's low.
3-0, the count to Donner Colon.
Take your base.
And he will draw a walk. The bases are loaded.
Now batting, the catcher, number 5. Ball outside.
And Ernie Steele at the plate with RBI man active. And that's going to get through. That's going to be extra bases. One run will score. Another one coming home. Another one heading to third. Rounding third, headed for home. The bases are cleared by Ernie Steele.
Number
3
9.
RBI, 1B. And it's a 4-1 lead for the Gauchos. And that's popped up by Sophia Billups. The inning will come to an end, but the Gauchos take the lead 4-1. Ooh, 3-3, bottom 6th.
Ball, that's outside.
Dribbler back to the mound, 6 in time for round number 1. Softball games are 7 innings. Regulation, 7 innings. Popped up, easy play for Jay Watt. Calling it off.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 40. No, that's inside.
Fouled back. This one's deep into left. Tracking that one is Miranda Biscuit, and in front of the wall, she makes the snag. And that will send us to the bottom of the 2nd.
Now batting, the center fielder, number 1.
Bryn Kiffey to lead. Oh,
Take your base.
lead things off.
The left fielder, number 3.
This one's going to be through the right side, and that's going to be a base hit. Runner's headed for third, but the throw is not going to be in time, not even to third.
Now batting, the designated hitter, number.
Debbie Buns is rattled.
No, that's
4 hits through an inning. Runners at the corners. Infield playing in. Batani knocks it down. Will throw the runner out at first. Oh, and the runner from third didn't even try to go home.
number 10.
I thought the runner would definitely try after that bounced off his glove. So it stays 4-1. Jay Watt to the plate now. Jay Watt only has struck out once this season. Oh, make it twice. Golly, I need to shut my mouth. 1-1 the count. And that one's through. That will be a base hit. That will load the bases. Excuse me, a run will... 5-4. One comes in. Brutus Banger. Athena Hex hits that one and will score another run. 5-1B. 6-1 now. Runners at the corners here for Colin, and he puts one up the middle. 7-1. That one's fouled off. 1-2 the count. In the dirt, runner's going to try and come home to score. The throw is not going to be in time, and it's 8-1. Leaving Debbie Buns out here to die. Oh, that's a high fly ball. Will it have enough to go over the pole? No, it's a foul ball. And Steele will draw a walk, put 2 more on the bases. And here's Sophia Billups. One and one the count. And that's a base hit. That's going to get down into center. Runner's going to round third, head for home. And it's 9-1. Billups RBI 1B. Swing and miss there. 1-2 the count to Grin Kiffey. And Kiffey is going to clear the bases. And I am glad I put the double digits on. It's going to be 11-1. Kiffey with a 2-run RBI double. Biscuit to the plate once again. 11 hits, 9 earned runs an inning, and 2/3 from Debbie Buns. Just leaving her out to die. And that will be a walk for Biscuit. That's the thing, Kawashi. No one in the Moonshots organization has it, really. I mean, we saw it from Richie Broker, I believe, last game against the Liberty, but it's not a stellar amount, as that's going to be another RBI single. The Gauchos have scored 11 in this inning, I believe. 2. Tailwind. And we see Jay Watt once again. Swing and a miss there. Fouled back. And that one's up the middle, and stop me if you heard it before, but it's an RBI single. Ooh, boy. Do we have a triple digit setting? Grounded to second, Benani in time, and the inning finally comes to a close. I forgot. bad on me. But 13-1. Yeah, here we go. I somehow forgot the Gauchos scored 4 in the bottom of the first. I thought they just tied it. And that's another strikeout for 6, his second. Nick Hugh up to bat. He had the leadoff double that he later came around and scored on. And he will get a single into right. 2 hits for him today. Two and 1 the count. Foul, 2-2. Swing and a miss. 6 with his 3rd strikeout. Fouled back. 0-2 the count to Benani. Fouls another one off. Swing and a miss. And we go to the bottom of the 3rd. 13-1 your score here. Athena Hex to lead things off. Fouled back, 1-2 the count. Popped up into right field. Hightower is there, and he makes the catch for round number 1. Colin to the plate, 1 for 1, an RBI single. Fancy that. In there for a strike, 2-2. And strike 3 call. Louisville rings him up there. Grounder to first. Blanco will take himself round number 3, a 1-2-3 inning for Louisville. The first inning scoreless for the Gauchos. We head to the top of the 4th, 13-1. Shorty Hightower to the plate. Having himself a nice day for Super Saturday, but grounds this one to Jay Watt in time at first, round number 1. Hit 2 home runs against Liberty and had the RBI single earlier in this game. So a nice little Saturday for Hightower to rest his head upon. Rowan Baloney. Line to Banger for round number 2. Which brings up Plum North. Locked in is Cade 6 now. 3 2/3, 3 hits allowed, an earned run, and 4 strikeouts. 45 pitches here with 2 outs in the top of the 4th. 1-2 count here to Plum North. Inside, 2-2. Swing and a miss. 6's 5th strikeout. And we head to the bottom of the 4th. 13-1 your score. That one's fouled back. Popped up but out of play. 0-2 the count to Billups. Into left, tracking that one is Nick Hugh, and he makes the snag. Grounded to second, Benani is there. 2 outs here for Miranda Biscuit. The only Gaucho who doesn't have an RBI on the day.
No, inside. No, that's high.
And she puts this one into center field. Oh, and it one hops in front of Morgan. Morgan's not able to corral it in time. And that will be Biscuit's second hit of the day.
Number 26.
Oh, and a beanball off a tailwind. That will probably do it for Louisville, who was doing pretty well. And in comes Pat Gross. Two on, 2 out now for Jay Watt. A tough out activated. Swing and a miss! Oh man, I cursed Jay Watt this game. I have cursed just about everyone I've talked about today.
Now batting, the designated hitter, number 16.
Had 1 strikeout all season, has 2 in this game alone. But a nice diving stop there by Watt. Gets it to first in time for out number 1.
First baseman, number 40.
1 and 2 the count, Dale Blanco. Swing and a miss! Sixes gets his 6th strikeout. 6th strikeout. Locked in, dribbler to third. Athena Hex barehands it, flips it to Banger in time, and we head to the bottom of the 5th inning.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 0.
Brutus Banger, 2 singles and 2 RBI, so hard hit ball, but foul. Dribbler to third, charging in. Oh, and no one's gonna get it. And Banger is aboard. So 3 singles today. One and 2 the count to Hex, and Hex gets rung up looking. 4th strikeout of the game by Moonshot's pitching staff.
That's low. That's up.
2 and 1 your count.
No, that's low.
3 and 1. Count is full. Swing and a miss.
The catcher, number 5.
Gauchos looking to retake the wins lead in the Heroic, get to win number 9 on the season. Well, that's not true, as the Dragons just won game number 9 themselves. But still, Gauchos will have a comfortable lead in that division, as the Dragons just have 1 more game to play. And for the Gauchos, this is game number 12 for them, as Steele gets rung up. They still have their final 4 left. Let's see who they are against. The Gauchos this season still have the Wrongfielders, the Vikings, at the Wrongfielders, and the Walkers. I would say they are heavy favorites in all of those games, especially with the Wrongfielders probably being out with Rainy Days. Rainy Days without one of them. And that is into the gap. Does it have enough? It is gone. A solo shot for the Moonshots, and Nick Hugh is now a triple away from the cycle. Nick Hugh channeling his older self.
The center fielder, number
Can he put up a cycle? I don't know. I don't know if he has one in his career or not. That one's up the middle. That's a base hit for Banani. 1 on, 1 out here in the top of the 6. Not the best performance of Cade Six's career, but more than enough to get through these moonshots. That's 7 Ks now on the day for Cade Six. Two away now, Roland Baloney to the plate. Up the middle, oh, 6 with the snag. In time for round number 3. To the bottom half we go. 13-2 your score.
Shortstop, number 9.
That's up the middle. That's a base hit.
Now batting, the center fielder, number 1.
So 1 on, nobody out here for Grin Kiffy. The Gauchos just dinking and dunking in this one. A whole lot of singles popped up, and Banani gets that one in time, tracks it down. Kind of dangerous territory there.
The left fielder, number 3.
Popped up in the infield. Should be an easy play here for Curls for round number 2. Mojo up for Pat Gross.
Designated hitter, number 26.
1-1 to Tailwind. Tailwind puts a charge in this one deep into center field. I don't think that one has enough. And it'll be caught in front of the warning track for out number 3. And we'll head to the top of the 7th. 13-2 the score here. I haven't given the Moonshots the credit for Nick Hughes' home run. That one stays foul. Swing and a miss. Another strikeout for Cade Six. He's up to 8 on the day.
Number 16. Ball high. That's outside.
2-0.
Ball, that's
3-0. That one finds his own 3-1.
That's ball 4.
And that's a walk. Vern Knight will take a walk.
The first baseman, number 40. Wow.
And that will do it for Cade Six. In comes Ashley Weber. And that will be a single up the middle.
Now batting, the catcher, number 18. Nope, inside.
Yes, Isaac, I'd love to know what the forecast on this game is. I'd have to say it's Gauchos by like at least 7. 13? Even with the win from the Moonshots. Well, they've scored 13, but aren't covering for the meanwhile.
That's outside.
And Weber gets her first strikeout.
The left fielder, number 3. Ball outside.
1-1 the count to Nick Hugh. Needs the triple for the cycle. This park is deep enough for it. And he still has the speed, but that is not a triple. And the Moonshots might struggle to give him one more plate appearance in this game. As we go to the bottom of the 7th, a fairly quiet rest of the game despite the first 2 innings.
The second baseman, number 10.
Grounded to short, Plum North up with it. The throw is in time for number 1. Curtis Banger locked in 3 for 4 today, 2 RBIs. It's foul. And that one's into right, but tracked down Shorty Hightower for number 2. Athena Hex with 2 away.
No, that's high.
2 and 1. Grounded to second. Benani in time. Into the 8th we go. 13-2 still our score here. 2:34 do it for the Moonshots. Tense Marlon Morgan to the plate.
Ball, that's outside.
That one is foul. 1 and 2 the count.
Nope, high.
Swing and a miss. Another strikeout for Weber, which will bring up Otani Benani. 2 strikeouts for Weber.
No, inside.
To first, and Banger will take it himself for round number 2. And Banger once again will do it himself to send us to the bottom of the 8th. 6, 7, 8 do it for the Gauchos. Trying to put a cherry on top of the sundae.
Ball, inside.
Hole in 1 for 3 today.
That's down.
Popped up foul territory. Should be an easy play there for Blanco. And that does it for Gross. In comes Broker, who did a good job against the Liberty, but has some real competition to face off against now. Swing and a miss. Broker gets a K.
Ball, outside. No, that's high.
3-0 to get Grin Kiffy. I mean, Burns has like probably 10 of the earned runs, if we're being honest. Buns. Yeah, Buns. Debbie Buns, yeah. Fouled back. 3 and 2 the count. Runner keeps on trying to go on the contact. Swing and a miss. Gauchos won't cover today. Rowan Baloney to the plate. Rounded a Watt in time, 1 away.
No, that's inside. Ball, that's low. Ball, outside.
9 runs in the second. The Gauchos are like, yeah, that's good enough. Weber in time for round number 2. The game of the day was twice as bad. 11, yeah, more than twice as bad as this one was. 23-run difference to an 11-run differential.
Ball, that's low.
And this will wrap it up. J-Watt to Banger, and the Gauchos take this one 13-2. Not really a contest. 13 runs off of 15 hits for the Gauchos, 6 hits for the Moonshots, only 2 runs. And 3 of those 6 hits from Nick Hugh Jr., or Nick Hugh, excuse me, force of habit. Hightower and Bonani and Blanco all getting one. Morgan with the sombrero. And 15 hits for the Gauchos. Everyone getting a hit, and almost everyone getting an RBI except for poor Miranda Biscuit. Let's see, pitching, Cade 6, 2 earned through 6 1/3, 8 strikeouts, 1 walk, 5 hits. Weber with a fairly clean sheet, and then Moonshots pitching is Moonshots pitching. MVP is actually Nick Hugh, followed by Brutus Banger and Cade 6. Well, that is going to do it for Super Saturday with me, Chicken Sandwich. I thank you all for tuning in. I hope you have a good rest of your week. Don't forget, the final week of the Miners regular season will come out on YouTube tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. And our podcast, Jacked, comes out, I think, at the top of the hour. So plenty more SSBL action for you coming up here. But this is Chicken Sandwich sign off. I'll see you next time.